Hi.
Hello.
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 Morning.
Morning and night. We are really lucky to be with some very special fringes. And would you like to introduce yourself? Amy, go first.
Sure. Well, my name is Amy Blackmore, and I'm the executive and artistic director of the Montreal Fringe Festival.
Yes. And Tracy and Glenn.
Hello. Well, I'm Tracy, and this is Glenn, and we run the Free Fringe Festival here in the west of Ireland in Leitrim.
Very nice to be with you both. And happy World Fringe Day to you both.
Happy
Thank
World
you.
Fringe Day.
Same to you.
Yeah.
And you, Amy.
We have.
Thank you. It is so cool. I can't believe that we actually have a World Fringe Day. I'm amazed.
It's so cool.
I know, it's good. And do you remember, Amy, you said to me like the day before it was announced, you know what would be a good idea is if we did a World Fringe Day. I was like,
I know. Oh my gosh.
I was like, what are we going to do? So I said, hold that thought. And then for 2 days it was announced. So great minds think alike. Great minds. So why don't we start with you guys telling us about your Fringe Festival? Who wants to go first?
Go for it, Amy.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, so the Montreal Fringe is a bilingual fringe festival because we're located in Montreal, Quebec. So we have performers performing in French and English. It's a real community-based kind of festival. It's run by artists for artists, and it started out as a predominantly theater, and then over the years has really become this kind of multidisciplinary performing experience.
Yeah, amazing. And you've not long finished, have you? How many shows did you have?
Oh, we had about 800 performances of 100 shows this year.
Wow, that is amazing.
Wow.
And how about Free Fringe? Sorry, no, carry on, Amy, carry on.
Oh, I was just going to say it was one of the best fringes I've seen in a long time in Montreal. Like, the community vibe was there. The spirit was up. I think everyone was still really excited post Fringe World Congress this year. And
that was great.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Such a
we loved that. We went over to Montreal in November and just had the best time with all the Fringe festivals.
All the Fringe and all the party.
It was a good party.
With the mostesses, yes.
Yeah, you were the best host ever. So Tracy and Glenn, tell us about your Free Fringe.
Well, our Free Fringe has been running 7 years. And we're about to have our Fringe week on Friday. So we're really excited about it. We have a new venue this year. We always did it in a really small town in the west of Ireland, but they'd never heard of a Fringe Festival before. And as you can gather, I'm from Edinburgh. So I was brought up with the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. So 7 years ago, the Free Fringe Festival that we do here now was born. And it's just gone from strength to strength. So this year, I think we have over... we've got over
60. Well, we run for 3 days, so we've got about 65 acts. Music
in 3 days.
That's
great. Yeah, in 3
3
days. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Which is comedy, music, theater, dance. There's fire performance. And then because of the new venue as well, we've got. It's much more. I can actually show you if you want.
Go on.
It's
beautiful.
This is a lake which is right beside us, and if I turn around, you can. Oh, hold on. Can you see the arena? Big building down there. That's the main stage is in the arena down there.
Ridiculously
amazing. That is amazing.
We've got we have different things this year. We've like archery, which we could never do when it was in the town. We've bushcrafting, we've cinema in the woods.
We've got cinema. We've got independent amateur film makers have sent us in their films, and we're going to show them in the woods. So that's an addition for us this year. Yeah, cinema in the woods.
That sounds a little bit Blair Witch Project.
Could be.
It may well be like that. It may well be like that. Absolutely.
And so, is it free to take part, or is it free ticketed, or is it both?
Oh, it's free. So we feed all our acts. A bit like one of your previous callers, I think the girl from Italy was saying a similar thing. And we sleep all our volunteers, and all our acts that come from abroad, we put them up as well. So it's kind of we've got some houses around here that we'll be putting them up in, and people's couches, and we'll be feeding about 400 people over the weekend. So
wow. Oh my goodness. And so if you are all free, how do you fund yourselves?
Well, we do have some community funding, and we have some generous donations locally, and the local shops and the local surrounding kind of commerçant people have given us some food and various bits and bobs. So we've got really generous people around us. We're very, very lucky.
God, that sounds brilliant. And Amy, your model is quite different. How does it work with you? How do performers come over to Montreal to perform in your amazing city?
Yeah, so we operate using the CAF model. So we actually do a lottery that we divide in between. It's actually 35% French, 35% local English, and then 15% international and 15% Canadian. So everyone is welcome to apply. It's all inclusive, and we quite literally put names into hats.
Yeah.
And then we do a lottery draw every November, and that's how we do our lottery.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And you know, we've been talking to a lot of Fringe festivals today, and some of the things we've been asking them is like why you do it, and what makes Fringe special to you, and why do you feel like it's important for your town or city?
You know, I fell in love with the Fringe when I was 17, when I was a Fringe volunteer. And what kept me coming back every year was that everyone is invited to the Fringe. The fact that the Fringe is just welcomes everyone with open arms. And I immediately felt that as soon as I walked into the site. And, you know, when I think about organizing the Fringe, it's sort of like organizing like a party for 65,000 of my closest friends. And
Good description, Amy.
But the other side of it too is that really keeps me there is I really believe in the values of the Fringe. You know, Fringes are arts festivals, but we're value based. And you know, in Montreal, we really try to highlight the values of diversity, artistic freedom, and accessibility. And you see that throughout the planet. And I think they're really important to uphold.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, we get that. We hear that a lot. That is so true. How about you guys in Ireland there?
Well, we can totally echo Amy's last statements. Absolutely. But go ahead, Tracy.
I mean, well, I think as well, like, you have to understand that the west of Ireland is a very rural, very forgotten part of Ireland. So all the big kind of festivals happen further down the country. And obviously through difficult times that we all had, you know, when we had the recession times, there was lots of people kind of find themselves out of work and not really having any direction. So lots of people, lots of time in their hands. And without these kind of festivals to kind of motivate people and encourage them and bring them out of their shell and kind of give them a sense of purpose for the community, at the end of the day, we all have to live here. So it's an important thing to involve everybody and to let everybody feel, like Amy said, the value of what they do. And that might just be sing a few songs. That might be paint your body gold. That might be, you know, get up and juggle a few fire sticks. Whatever it is, whatever shape or form it is. But when people are encouraged to do that, it definitely lifts the spirit just generally for everyone.
Oh, of course it does. That's so amazing. Love that. Yeah, they are so important for all of those reasons. And there's a lot of talk about kind of a sense of place and why Fringes start in a location, and the fact that it kind of mirrors the history and the background of somewhere. And I feel like you're really telling us that that's why it started. And that's why it's so important to you guys. So what? Tell us some more. What's been your favourite parts? Amy, you touched on it a bit with your 65,000 friends.
I mean, I was thinking about it earlier, and I think one of my favorite things about the Fringe is Fringe volunteers.
Yeah.
I love working with volunteers. I love meeting volunteers. I love connecting people. And, you know, Montreal is really, like, we do have staff, but we have 250 volunteers running around doing everything from, like, selling tickets to, I mean, you guys, I think, are volunteer, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you send some over here, Amy?
Yeah, send us some, please.
I'd love to sign up and come do this.
That's not a bad idea.
Can you get here in a week?
Let's get that one sorted. Yeah, Fringe volunteers. I mean, you know, lots of Fringe festivals are run by voluntary, from kind of people selling tickets and ushers up to the directors can be voluntary, like yourselves as well. So
and I think that really shows the passion that fringers have for the festival. You know, like, fringing is clearly a verb, and it's something that so many of us do and do so well and want to do forever.
yeah, absolutely. Fringing is a verb. Let's try and get it in the dictionary, because it should be. Maybe that's our next World Fringe mission. Is the Oxford Dictionary.
Make it a verb.
Make it a verb. Right. Mission to be accomplished. Tell us more about your free festival out there, and do you have links with other Irish festivals? Fringe festivals particularly?
Well, through my work with the Free Fringe Festival, I ended up working with a couple of different festivals. Mainly music is more my background, and so you know, I work with another festival in Dublin, which is a festival and conference, a music festival and conference, and I also book bands for a pretty big lifestyle festival in Dublin, which all came from working at the Fringe for nothing. So, and I love the Fringe. I'll always be at the Fringe no matter what. So,
Cool.
Fringe for life.
Fringes
for life. That's it.
Yeah, Fringes for life, not just for Christmas.
Yeah.
Not just for 1 year in the summer. Amy, how about
but from my point of view, like, I just, you know, book all the bands, and like that, they don't get paid either. They all come, they play for free, they really enjoy themselves. It's really good vibe. And they come from all over the place. So we've got a fantastic band for.
That's lovely.
What's that?
It sounds really special. It sounds brilliant.
No, thank you. But yeah, like, for me, I suppose what I love most about the Fringe is getting to meet all these bands and getting to hear lots of new music that you would never hear on, you know, national radio or anything like that, you know. And it's the best of music. It's not, you know, it's class.
Oh yeah, the standard is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I think that's what blows us away every year.
Yeah,
Yes, brilliant. So we are nearly at the end of our World Fringe Day interview marathon. I think we're in our.
Oh, you just want a glass of prosecco.
Yes.
We really desperately do. If anyone knows anyone in Stamford Dingley, that
I need a prosecco. But we've had
a glass.
Would you? We've had such an amazing discussions with so many fringes that I feel enriched, but it's that kind of thing where you're meeting people who have been enriched by creativity year on year on year, and this is why they do it. And you can just see that everyone who runs fringes or is part of a fringe is so fulfilled by that, and I think that is something that I'm really feeling from everybody today. It's been a very positive experience meeting.
You did a fantastic job, guys.
Yeah, that was
fantastic. Well done.
That was a big
really
task,
well done.
and it was brilliant.
That's
It really
unbelievable.
was. It's great to give all the fringes an opportunity to hear each other, and just to meet, and you just kind of feel united, you know. And it's great to see just how many people are doing similar things around the world. Yeah, and it really, you know, it's really positive. It's brilliant.
Well, and you two have done an excellent job just sort of bringing the Fringe the international fringes closer and closer together, and I think we really feel that, and it really pushes our movement forward. So I'm sure I'm echoing everybody, all the producers, all the artists. Thank you for rocking, you two.
Oh, thank you. No, well, we do it for the same reasons that you do.
Yeah.
And fringe. Let's fringe on.
Fringe on. It is a verb.
Fringe on.
Fringe on.
Fringing on. Thank you very much for being our last interview of the day. Montreal.
Pleasure.
Fringe.
Brilliant.
Amazing. And happy World Fringe Day.
Happy World Fringe Day.
Thank you.
Happy World Fringe Day.
Happy World Fringe Day.
Yeah, give our love to everyone. Yeah. Take care.
Be in touch, Amy.
Bye.